Hi, honey badgers. Welcome back. Okay, part 2 of the Sayonara summer haul. Let's see where to start. Let me shove some of this down. Mostly 30 by 40s in this. I've got a couple larger canvases, but other than that, I don't think I have any specials in this as far as like crystal kits. I don't think I have any specials or smaller kits. I think this is pure 30 by 40 with a couple of larger ones at the end. Okay, so let's see. Also, I believe the majority of these canvases are like anime girl, AI girl style images. All right, so the first couple I got kind of go together. Well, I mean, they look like the same art style, so I'm sure they go together. So let's do it this way here. Standard toolkits. All right, so I got these two girls just out in a flower field having a good time. First one I got is her in a little beanie or toboggan, depending on what part of the country you're from, I guess. This almost looks like she's got snow up here, but I think that's just light because everything else is very flowery and bright. You could almost argue that these are also like sort of spring themed, I guess, you know, however you want to take it, but I don't think I had showed these before, so I figured I would put them in this haul. I like how there's a little bit of color mix on her lenses there, but a lot of fun colors to work with. Very happy face. And also, you know, with the whole idea of summer transitioning into fall, she also looks like she's wearing like one of those bright sweaters. So it's also kind of in that idea of when it starts to turn just a little bit cold, which happened to me a couple days ago. I put a sweater on for the first time in I don't know how many months, and it felt so good. It's like, yes, yes, bring on cold air. Okay, so we got, again, pre-bagged with the stamped emblem. Bunch of color mixes for you. So if you're all about the wide color palette, you can be all about this one. 21 colors altogether. Whoop, am I in frame? There we go. 21 colors altogether. A lot of color blocking for the most part. Naturally, you get a little bit of confetti when you get it into the flower work, and maybe a little bit on her nose area there, some in the face. But for the most part, you're going to have a fair amount of color blocking. So again, another one you can probably breeze through pretty quickly. And then her flower friend next to her, also 30 by 40, 22 colors in this one. This one, instead of glasses, I mean, I guess she could be wearing glasses, but it looks more like she's using binoculars or something. But I was amused that the flowers look like they're inside the lenses. She's more in summery clothes with some flower bracelets. A little bit brighter colors. But still, fair amount of color blocking with her as well. And then also pre-bagged drills. Really bright colors on this one. All right. And then in the more grown-up, I guess, anime girl style, got girl in a nighttime beachy tank top look. Standard toolkit. Yeah. 30 by 40, 23 colors altogether. It looks like the background here, for the most part, is pretty much bulk 310, but then you have like the palm over here, and I think there's even supposed to be a little bit of neon light or something over here. You have the coastline behind her, and then bright pink hair, the little pop of earring coming out there. And then her top is all 310 as well. I believe it's 310. Yeah. But again, to sort of differentiate between the sky and the top, I'll probably end up putting just a little bit of, I don't know, some kind of purple AB, some kind of bling in there to make it look more like an outfit and not just her being just weirdly amorphously coming together. But yeah, just a random beachy one I found that I thought was cute. Pre-bagged. A lot of pink, naturally, for the hair. Some dark blues for the background. Some greens for the palm tree shadow. And then back to the, wait, where's her friend? Okay, back to the summery sort of anime style ladies out in the garden, or at least out in the flower field. Got this one. I've seen a number of them in this style. I have a few more of this style in my cart. I just haven't picked them up yet, but I figured I'd show the two I did pick up a month or two ago. Pretty sure they're still available. If not, like I said, there's a number of them in this style that you can pick from. Standard toolkit. But yeah, I've just really been liking the art style of these as they've been coming out. So pretty sure I'll probably pick up the other ones as well. It's just one thing at a time, you know? 30 by 40, 21 colors altogether. Not sure, it kind of looks like she's in a lotus field in the background, but not entirely sure. But something very bright and airy looking. I think that was the appeal for me, is I like the images that have a very bright side of, sort of like dreamy type sky in the background. I find that nice. A little bit of a hill back here behind her. Yeah, just really pretty image overall. A lot of purple, some pinks, a little bit of yellows for the hat and stuff. It looks like the skin tone is going to be a lot of that, like that super light pink that almost looks white when you place it, but it's just got a hint of pink in it. I think that's going to be the bulk of her skin tone here. And then some blues for the skies. And then her companion friend I found. When I first saw these two, I didn't know that there was going to be like good 5 or 6 more that were coming out in the same style. So that's why I just have these two right now. But you'll probably see the other ones in upcoming videos, I'm sure. Dang it. Figure out how to get this plastic off. Alright. Her companion friend here. See how pretty these styles are? Like the woven hat and the bright blue sky in the background. And the other one looked a little bit like a lotus field. This one looks like she's in a tulip field, maybe. Clothes are a little bit different. She looks a little bit more pants and top in this one. Maybe it looks like she might actually be in some like, you know, elevated overalls. You know, the ones I'm talking about don't look like farm overalls. The ones that are more like linen based with the straps on them that you can wear nicer shirts with. Kind of looks like that. Little peak of earring there. But yeah, it's just the colors are so bright and fun and happy on these. Standard toolkit. 30 by 40, 20 colors altogether in this one. Pre-bagged. A lot of blues, a lot of yellow, a little bit of green. And then naturally you'll get your pinks and stuff to make up with the little bits of flower there. Yeah. Those ladies. And then also kind of a garden style, but a little bit different. This looks more like, this kind of reminds me of like when you go to the botanical garden type places in major cities. Just, you know, they tend to be next to like museum areas. This is what that kind of reminds me of. 30 by 30, standard toolkit. I'm not sure how well the face is going to come out, but I liked the image enough. I was like, you know, it's an anime girl. It's simple enough. Let's go ahead and try it. Might lose a little bit of her eyebrow. Not sure. Like it's one of those ones that looks a lot better in camera. Looks a little bit more muddy in person, but we'll still try it. I mean, it's only a 30 by 40 or 30 by 30. So, you know, it's small enough that you're not really committing too much if you want to just go ahead and try it. It doesn't look that bad. I think the garden area will come out nice. Get a little bit of flowers. So yeah, I'll be curious to see how the face comes out. I might have to do a little bit of DP style face tuning on that, but yeah. 30 by 30, 24 colors altogether, pre-bagged. Some nice colors in there, some nice greens and peaches. So there's her. Let's see. Oh, and then I got this girl in that summery vibe. This one's in that more nicer style. It's got a little bit of a printed background and the you know, serged edge, and it's even, you know, got that linen back. This is by the Shiny Paw company. Usually when I get these, they typically mean that there's ABs somewhere in here, so I'll check that in a second. There might be some ABs. Yeah, there's 2 down here that say R next to them. That typically means that it's an AB drill, so I'll look in there real quick and see. But yeah, 30 by 40, 24 colors together, all on this one. But yeah, just a anime style girl peeking out of the water. Again, the pink hair. It looks like she's got like the, you know, the animal ears going on. I could be wrong. I don't remember all the details on the original image, but it kind of looks that way maybe. But yeah, I just thought the combination of the bright pink hair and then the sort of aqua blue eyes next to each other was really cool. And then I was curious to see what this water effect looks like in, you know, shiny, sparkly drills. Probably a good place to get some kind of like maybe light blue AB. But since this one is supposed to come with ABs, I'm not sure which ones are the ABs. So let's just go ahead and look. This one does come with an inventory sheet. So let's take a look. So that's what the original artwork looks like. See, it kind of looks like she's got, I mean, maybe not. It kind of looks like she's got like the animal ears that you see in a lot of this type of artwork, but hard to tell. Yeah, 24 colors altogether. So yeah, let's see what this color looks like. And is it marked on here? Yeah, it says marked with R's on there too. So let's see which ones they turned into ABs. 5200. Not seeing them yet. Oh, there's one. Ah, found him. Okay. Let me get all the pinks out of here. So it actually looks like one of the ABs is the blue like I was talking about. So that'll be nice. Let me put the other ones out here so you can see the color palette since we got the bag open. All right, so that's your overall color palette. And then your 2 ABs you're going to get are this light pink AB. And then the blue AB is this really soft baby blue AB, which is really nice. I don't think I've worked with this type of AB before. I mean, this color. So that'll be cool. And yeah, that's that one. So let me put all this back together because I don't know that this is one I'll be immediately working on. I mean, you never know, but I don't have immediate plans to be busting this one out. So let me make sure this is all tucked away for when I do want to work on it. Okay. Then a couple more in the 30 by 40. This one is sort of, I don't know, I guess in a way pre-planning the fall themed ones that I'm working on right now. I don't know when those will go up, but sort of gradually moving into that theme of going back to school and getting back on a routine and all that stuff. This one might be a little bit hard to see in camera because it looks really faint in person. Standard toolkit, but this one was very reminiscent to me of when I was growing up and I was in school, and my mom would come in and wake me up every morning, and that was sort of our routine when I was a kid, is that she would come in with the cup of coffee and wake me up gently most of the time, unless I was being, when I got older into my teenage years, and I was a little bit more difficult to wake up because I had a sleep disorder that I still have to this day that I have to work around. But back then I had a sleep disorder that my parents either didn't know or didn't want to acknowledge because they just thought I was difficult and lazy and just thought I was giving them a hard time on purpose or something. But no, I was genuinely struggling every day to not be freaking exhausted. But one of the routines we had to try to make that a little bit better is that my mom would come in with a cup of coffee and sit down on the foot of my bed, and we'd just have a little talk in the morning and talk about things I had planned for the day. And my mom was really sweet and soft spoken, so it was nice to wake up like that every day. Except for the days where I was just really brain fried, and sometimes my mom would come in and I'd just be like, what? Because I hadn't slept right in like a week, and my brain cells were a little bit cranky, but most of the time it was nice. But this just brought me reminders of that, as when she would quietly come in my room and bring me a coffee, tea, some kind of hot drink to get my brain going, and then try to be gentle with like questions as far as like what I had planned for the day, or if there were any special events going on at school that I was excited for, anything like that. Sometimes we'd also share a little bit of like school gossip if we got in the mood, because my mom was like, she was very sweet, but also she was down to hear the school gossip. So it was kind of a sweet thing between us, and this reminded me of that a lot. Also because my mom, when I was growing up, used to be a big fan of these turtleneck sweaters. I can't wear them because just every time I try, the sensation of these things being around my neck just drives me insane. But she loved them. But yeah, 30 by 30, 19 colors altogether. Yeah, just a little cat asleep in bed. Mama cat coming in with the cup, trying to wake him up. I didn't have flowers on my nightstand. We weren't those kind of people. But otherwise, I thought that was very sweet. A lot of browns, all of those soft tones to kind of emulate that early morning light, Some soft pinks. Yeah, I thought that was sweet. And then this one's got definite school vibes to it. I mean, not so much my school memories because I went to public school, but I did have a couple friends that went to private schools or Catholic schools, and this kind of reminded me of what I used to see them in sometimes. Like I had a couple friends that were in their parents were in a little bit different tax bracket than mine, but we all associated with each other at the end of the day, so it was all cool. So yeah, but she looks like she's more in a uniform, and naturally with like a horse hanging out. Although my junior high and high school when I was growing up, it was out in the sticks, and it was next to a cow field, so we did have interaction with like the wildlife and farm life that was in the area. They would come up to the fence, and that was one thing that we used to do when I was in high school sometimes, is during low points in football games or jokey points or something, somebody would open the fence that stood between the football field and the cattle field, and sometimes we'd just let the cows come in mid-game, which I thought was funny. But then of course somebody had to come in and chase them back out, and they'd be really confused. But yeah, it's just like a silly little prank that used to get pulled sometimes. But yeah, I just thought that was really cute, and I liked all the yellow and white together. And of course the horse looks really sweet. So 30 by 40, 21 colors all together. It's funny because like when you look at this, you wouldn't naturally guess that there'd be that quite bright on orange, but I'm guessing that's going to be down in this area here around her neck. But then a lot of browns for her uniform and hair. So, and then I've got a couple of larger format ones, and then we'll be done here. All right, so I think this is a 40 by 50. Yeah. All right, so it might be hard to see. I might be picking up a little bit. Mostly a portrait image, as you can see, but there's a tiny bit of like, what'd you call them? Like jungle frond, like fern, palm frond kind of style up around her head, and a little bit down here, I remember in the original image, but I don't know how much of that is actually coming through. But yeah, I just thought the face was really stunning. So yeah, I thought this would be really impressive done up. Standard toolkit, 40 by 50, 23 colors altogether. Pre-bagged, very long bag, but a lot of greens and browns, naturally. A little bit of yellow, or kind of that yellowish brown color. A little bit of lighter greens in there. Oh, for her white. I was trying to figure out where the white was coming from, but naturally the white of her eyes. But yeah, you see this, like, it's 310, right? Yeah, this monster bag of 310 just hiding out in here. Is it? Or maybe that's 2 bags. Actually, it might be 2 bags that are just sitting on top of each other. But yeah, good amount of 310 in this one. So be warned if that's not your thing. But she's just so damn pretty. So yeah, snag that one. And then the last one, I'm not sure if I showed you this one. I might have. If I did, I'm sorry. But if not, we're just going to show it again because it's so nice. But I thought it fit well into this sort of end of summer theme. Standard toolkit. This one's also 40 by 50. I think I got these two when they were doing a bunch of those sales. I think they still do them from time to time, where some of these larger scale ones will be discounted to like $4 or $5. If you see those, I would definitely grab them at that price, because like buying a 40 by 50 at like $4 is crazy. Yeah, that's why I always try to advertise them when I see them, you know, on Temu or Amazon or wherever I find them. Whenever I find the larger scale canvases, if I find the 40 by 50s or 40 by 70s or 60 by 80s or whatever they are, whenever I find them that have really cool images that are in that like $4 to $6 range, that's why I try to post them on the community tab, because I know those are deals that are easy to miss if you're not looking for them, or you know, you just never know, you might not be looking for them, but it might be something that's right up your alley and it's such a steal of a price that you might want to know about it. So yeah, that's one thing I try to recommend every so often in my videos, is to check my community tab. I don't do it every day. I just kind of go off of when I find the sales. So it's not going to be an everyday sale notice, but when I find them, I tend to put them on the community post for special deals I've stumbled upon. But this one, 40 by 50, 24 colors altogether. But this was another one where I just thought the mix of like yellow and green and gray and a little bit of like aqua blue, I thought it was such an interesting, unique combination that I thought it'd be super pretty. Again, another one where I don't think this comes with any ABs, but there's definitely areas you could incorporate them. If you have yellow ABs, you can put them in the roses, or if you have those gold metallic drills I feature sometimes, that's always a good place for necklaces and earrings. Or if you want to, you know, embellish the earrings with, if you have leftover green crystals from special crystal kits you've done, you can put those in earrings. That's what I tend to do. You don't want to like overdo it. You just want to do it. I mean, if you want to bling it, obviously do whatever you want to do. I'm just talking about like with I guess my preferences. What I tend to do is like, I don't want to just drown a canvas in ABs if it doesn't call for it. And normally it doesn't for what I like. I tend to just use ABs and crystals as a means to accentuate certain areas, to simulate light, to simulate water movement and stuff, because you know there's only so much you can do with a plastic or a resin drill, even though it has a diamond cut on it. Sometimes you need just like a little extra effect, and sometimes when people are looking at the finished product, they don't actually know immediately that that's what's giving that extra effect. When they go, oh wow, that looks amazing, they don't actually know that it's the AB that's bringing in that extra pop. So a lot of times, like she's got a crown up here that might get lost in the color of her hair. So that might be a place where I would put some metallics or some crystals or something, just so it pops out a little bit. You get a little extra dimension, because the crystals and the ABs tend to sit just a hair higher than a lot of the standard cut drills. So you'll get just a little extra dimension over the hairline, and then you'll get the shine of the metallics or the crystals, and that's typically what gives the effect when people see it all together and they're like, oh damn, that's nice. So yeah, there's plenty of areas. Even down here in the bodice, she's got some ornate work. She's got a jewel in the middle of her dress, so you could do something there. So yeah, there's a lot of areas you could embellish just a little bit. I don't think I would do anything with her face, because I think I've said in videos before that for me personally, I tend not to put too much AB around a face area more often than not. Every so often I might do an AB like on a cheek line or something if it makes sense in the overall piece, but normally I try to leave the face alone 9 times out of 10, just because I feel like if you're doing stuff around the hair or the jewelry or something, you don't need all that stuff on the face. So yeah, just thought she was really pretty. But yeah, she was another one I found on one of those lightning deals. Pre-bagged, big old chunky drill bag comes with this. So make it 24 colors altogether. So it doesn't sound like that many, but for some reason this bag feels a little extra hefty. Yeah, a lot of greens, a lot of yellows. So that's it. I think I've run through all of the Sayonara summer canvases I had for this. I'm gonna go give my throat a rest. That sounds really indecent. I'm gonna go, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye guys.